Okay, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and Candace Allcott from Prescott, Arizona has raised money already. Maricopa, Arizona, excuse me. She's already raised some money to go into the torture chamber challenge, so she's kind of obligated to go in this morning. And he's never put cuffs on before, so he's put them on upside down. But they're nice and loose, so we're good there.
Oh, I did.
Now I want you.
Oh, wow.
It's okay. It's all right. It's his first time putting cuffs on, so we're gonna give him a hard time. But go ahead and lock them. Now what you're gonna have to do is, because they're upside down, you're gonna here, you hold this, and I'm gonna reposition them. Okay. Just keep it on the cuffs, and what I'm gonna do is lift your hands. Yes, it is. That's why I'm. So we're gonna take him and we're gonna put him on. So Candace out of Maricopa County.
Maricopa, Arizona. It's a town.
Maricopa, Arizona. It's a town. Oh, I did that wrong. Now I got distracted. I'm so sorry. What we're doing is we're going to simulate exactly what happened to Ammon Bundy, and we're going to put her wrists out. So they're going to go facing out. Now I'm going to try to be very gentle, but she's still going to get the good experience. So the wrists go out like this, and both are facing out like this, and this and that. So she's already raised some money to help with this challenge. So I want everybody to know that she's already raised how much?
I'm looking at $300 right now.
$300. I'm so sorry. And the reason I'm working on my second cup of coffee, so I'm not doing real well either.
You were a professional.
Yeah. So usually I can feel this. There we go. Now the cuffs go up so that she can't pick them. If she's a good lock picker, she would be able to use certain items to pick the locks, and she's already not liking it. So, and I also use it, and what I do is I lock it so that it can't cinch down on her. So Candace is going in. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. The sun is about right there. So
yeah, over here on this side, the other side.
So
there we go.
All right, Candace, go in.
My hair is already in my face.
Yep. You're gonna learn to fix that real quick. She's not comfortable already in the handcuffs. Her hair's blowing in her face. There's no way for her to move her hair. So Candace Allcott out of Arizona already raised how much money?
$300.
And what we're doing is we are doing the torture chamber challenge of the Nevada Southern Detention Center here in Pahrump, Nevada. And all the money raised is going to the defense for our political prisoners that are inside. And so Candace, do you have anything to say to the American people? And hopefully your friends will get to see this video as well.
Donate now. Help, and come on down and help out.
What do you think about Ammon being in handcuffs for 13 hours? And
I think it's cool, and I think it's terrible. I sure wouldn't be in here if I didn't think it was that, because I know this ain't going to be any fun. I saw Skip.
Lindsay Brewster says big hugs to Candace.
Thanks, Lindsay.
So it's the only one watching me at this time. But
it's early morning.
Well, and my feed is so incredibly horrible that actually waiting until, because like right now I'm dropping it. So my feed is just absolutely horrible.
I sent mine out to a lot of people watching.
Whatever works. It's all about getting the word out and educating people as to what happened to Ammon. And Ammon Bundy was just like this for 13 hours handcuffed with no food and water, and that's why we're out here. I do believe that his family is supposed to be showing up. Maybe these are coming out, and the sheriff actually wants to sit down and talk about what happens, we're not sure, but we do know we're getting some Bundy beef today. So Candace will be out in time to enjoy that. So if we can bail her out, that'd be great. So I hope she doesn't have to go to the bathroom but she's very fortunate as the sun is to her back. And yesterday when Skipper did, I think Skipper yesterday, I wasn't happy with how bad Skipper got in here yesterday. He was sweating profusely, and all of a sudden he stopped sweating and clammy and was getting lightheaded, and I mean he couldn't really hold a conversation, so it was not good. It wasn't good yesterday for Skipper. So anything else you'd like to say, Candace? She's a gal of few words and a lot of action. A lot of action.
That's the weird thing. Yeah, last evening. Oh, I don't. I must have just had walked up there.
Unless he went through the backside and talked to them first.
Be pretty vigilant to see everything.
Good morning, everyone. We're live again down here in front of the Nevada Southern Detention Center in Pahrump, Nevada. We have some new news to tell you today after a while. Things are going good down here on the ground. Today is day number 7 that we've been camped out down here. We have a few new people that have showed up. We have still a lot of support. We met with some of the townspeople this morning, had a meeting, and that went really awesome. So we have a lady in here. I'll have her introduce herself.
I'm Candace Allcott from Maricopa, Arizona.
From Arizona. And you've been in there almost 2.5 hours now.
Yeah, I'm ready to come out.
And you're ready to come out. So she's our first volunteer of this morning that I know about. And I know we had a couple of the guys that got in there over the night and stayed the majority of the night off and on inside of this 3x3 cell that we have built here in front of the Nevada Southern Detention Center. So she's about to come out, and we have another volunteer shortly. 2.5 hours is as long as she wants to spend inside of this torture chamber. So how long do we have over there, Skipper?
4 minutes.
So 4 minutes. So for some of you just joining, if you don't know the total we've raised so far, in 3 days, as of last night, having this torture chamber here, in 3 days, as of last night, we brought in $17,900. So that was in 3 days. Today is the day 4. Our goal for the end of the day, before a few people do leave and go home, BJ Soper and his crew would like to see $20,000 reached today, if possible. People have been awesome across this country, and we've raised, yes, almost $20,000, $17,900 as of right now, and we're just trying to raise just a little bit more today to get over $20,000 if possible.
So Oregon boys can go home, feel accomplished.
Yeah, the Oregon boys are ready to go home. They're the ones that built this torture chamber. They're the ones who were the first ones in this torture chamber.
So that 17.9, that's been deposited already?
17.9 is in the bank. So that's in the bank.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's all because of you guys. That's all because of you guys supporting what's going on out here. A little bit more going on now.
So we've even got a jar out here that most of everyone out here has put something in that jar also for support.
3 minutes.
3 minutes now. We're on the countdown of 3 minutes. And then we will get her out of here, and we will get the next volunteer up. I think, is it Neil Wampler's up next?
Yep.
So Neil Wampler, he is a true political prisoner. He did his time awaiting trial, spent some time in jail over the Oregon refuge deal, and was found not guilty back in October 27th of 2016. But he's going to go in the torture chamber also, and going to help raise some money here and show support for, and that's right, more not guilty pins. So again, we are still right out front of the Nevada Southern Detention Center there's the prison across there, and they are currently under investigation for torture and inhumane treatment of prisoners in there. So yeah, we only have like $2,900 to go, something like that. We're down to 1 minute and 40 seconds now, and we will bring her out just at 2.5 hours of being in there. It's already getting hot down here this morning. Probably one of our hottest days we've had so far. We do have a slight breeze, high of 85. Sharon says she pledges $10 an hour for Neil Wampler.
Oh.
So,
I already got $2 an hour.
You've already got $10 an hour, Neil Wampler.
$2 an hour already.
And that's Sharon Ketchum is donating that to you. Sharon Allen Ketchum. Thank you, Sharon. Hello, Laura. Charity Lynn says she's putting in $10 also towards Neil. I'm going to go in here in a day or so. I'm not for sure yet. I'm going to let a lot of the volunteers that are here go in. And maybe towards the weekend before I get to go in. But I'm definitely going to go in the torture chamber here. And I see Kristen says she found a way home. So that's awesome. I meant to call you back last night, but I did not. But we are down to 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yes.
2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Thanks, Cheyenne. $10 an hour for me. Okay, we'll let you know when I go in. I'm definitely going to go in. I'll let everybody know for sure when I do go in. Ooh. Metal just isn't right around someone's hands that long, is it?
Go slowly. Just do what you need to do there, girl.
And that arm.
Yeah.
I'm having muscle spasms in this arm. That really hurt. Let me see my rings if they fit. I want to see what it did to my hand.
Taya. Thank you for the pronounce. I hope that's right there. Taya. Hopefully I've got that right. I am bad at pronouncing names and I apologize. How do you feel after 2.5 hours there?
That would be agony if you had to go very much longer than that. I mean, that's really painful. My muscles are spasming in this.
You can't move around. You kind of stuck in one place. It's pretty painful. Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thank you guys for donating. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Kathy and Kenny. I appreciate it.
So here we got Neil Wampler. Are you ready, Neil?
Next pigeon, man.
Yes. Did we have an awesome meeting this morning there in Pahrump?
Great, yeah. We lit some sparks over there. We spread the virus some, that's for sure, you know.
Yes.
So,
Neil and I got to speak this morning, and at a meeting here in Pahrump to some people that live here, and we had a very good meeting and some good talks.
it was funny because this more of a community senior citizens meeting. But,
you can't get your rings back on. Just after 2.5 hours, she's having problems with her rings.
Twisted.
There we go. Wow, your hands swelled up, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, they are swelled up. Wow.
Yeah, you need more than that.
So, well, Neil, we're going to, who's going to put the cuffs on Neil?
Here we go. Who does the honors?
I'll do it. I should do it. I don't know how to do it. So I should learn how to do this.
Turn your hands this way.
Hey John, can I hit on something real quick? We just hit
Yes.
this. So
what we were just talking about is we've all done this challenge now, and we all know how painful it is, and you're taking pictures of her split up wrist. Let's not forget something.
Yes.
Ryan Bundy has a bullet in his shoulder.
Wow.
In his shoulder, and the pain that we're facing, you know, from that. What's his shoulder feeling like when he's handcuffed behind his back and left there for hours upon hours? You know, that's something to hit on and not forget. You know, he's doing it, and he's got a bullet in his shoulder.
That is something to remember. Thanks, BJ. Yeah. I know everyone that heard that there. BJ just brought it to our attentions there again. Ryan Bundy is set in solitary confinement right now in a 7x11 cell. 7 foot wide by 11. And he just got through spending 40 days in solitary confinement. He's had a bullet in his shoulder for the last 16 months. And he hasn't even had it removed yet.
On this side, we gotta lock it so they don't adjust.
Huh?
The little pin on the other end of the key. There's a little holes on the back side here.
Michael,
So it doesn't close any tighter.
Michael
Here?
Curtin, if I'm pronouncing that right, is saying, I will donate $500 for Neil if he autographs a hammer. So, well, he's...
How's that?
Neil,
That's
let's
good.
look at these real quick.
The left-hand one's a little on the tight side.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
that was
undo it.
tight.
Well, I can stick my
Back it
whole
up
finger
over.
in it.
Yeah, well,
Is that standard?
Well, we'll loosen it up, though.
A little bit. This one.
how's that? Better?
That's good. That's good.
Oops.
Make sure you lock it again. That little hole.
So Michael Curtin says he's going to donate $500 for Neil if he'll autograph this hammer afterwards.
I will do it, Michael.
So Neil's going inside now, guys. And we got a time, anybody?
It is 10:35.
10:35, so... Yes, Deborah, we should take the rings off of people before they go in. That's probably why they do it somewhat in jail, is take all these jewelry off because your hands do swell.
We actually did have them taken off. I just tried them on as when I got out.
Michael says he's spent time in... Michael Lovell, if I've got that right, says he's spent time in jail. My heart breaks every single day.
So we can certainly identify, and I know one of my main purpose for doing this now in the cell here in handcuffs is to identify and express my solidarity with the horrible sacrifice and that the Bundy family and Ammon in particular has gone through in this cause. You know, up in our Oregon trial, for a while there, Ammon wore jail scrubs in the courtroom, and a number of us then, who were visitors, started wearing jail scrubs too. And any way we can express solidarity with these noble men, we have to. It's imperative that we do it. You know, I'm very hopeful that Ammon will see me putting myself in the same position that he has been in. You know, when the most principled, moral, and courageous Americans are tormented and imprisoned, we have to stand up to this in our country. And for people of conscience, this is the only, at this point, the only alternative we have here is to come out on this road in front of this detention facility where these people are being held. You know, I have to stress the fact that they are very, very eminently qualified for pretrial release. And our own Constitution specifies that excessive bail shall not be required. They have been now held against their will for, what is it, John, 450 days?
Yeah, 469, I think, today.
469 days, and been denied bail, or in the federal term they call it pretrial release. They've been denied pretrial release all that time, and it's simply outrageous. So we have to stress that and secure that pretrial release for them, and of course support them in their travails here through the false charges that have been leveled against them.
A true political prisoner with the Constitution in his pocket.
All right. I will note also that many of us know already that those of us who have been attending the trial in Judge Navarro's courtroom in Las Vegas, that Judge Navarro cannot stand the sight of the Constitution in her courtroom and has decreed that any constitutions that are brought in there have to be turned face down again. If that is not a simple declaration of their headlong war, the federal government's headlong war on their founding charter, I don't know what would be.
Neil, would you mind telling that short story of how they actually tried to grab it from you?
Well, yes. This is out of line and could be classified as an assault. As I mentioned, the marshals are on the lookout for anyone that tries to carry a shirt pocket Constitution into Judge Navarro's courtroom. I was walking in there with the Constitution in my pocket, just like it is right now, and was passing through the little ante-room into the courtroom, and without saying anything, one of the marshals grabbed it out of my pocket and turned it around. This was, ladies and gentlemen, assault. They would certainly call it an assault if we did that to them, wouldn't they? And, well, anyway, as soon as I got back in the courtroom, I turned it back around again, but it didn't last long. One of the marshals spotted it and kicked me out of the courtroom for that day. The bare fact that they cannot even stand the sight of their own founding charter in a federal courtroom is very indicative of how out of control our federal government is. So, I'm about to get up sick from watching my TV and checking out the news until my eyeballs fail to see. I mean to say that every day is just another rotten mess. And when it's going to change, my friend, is anybody's guess. So I'm watching and I'm waiting, hoping for the best. You could think I'm going crazy every time I hear them saying that there's no way to delay that trouble coming every day. No way to delay that trouble coming every day. Wednesday we watched a riot. I seen the cops out on the street. Watched them throwing rocks and stuff and choking in the heat. Listened to reports about the whiskey passing round. Seen the smoke and fire and the market burning down. Watched while everybody on the street would take a turn to stomp and smash and slash and crash and bash and bust and burn. So I'm watching and I'm waiting, hoping for the best. You could think I'm going crazy every time I hear them saying that there's no way to delay that trouble coming every day. No way to delay that trouble coming every day. Well, you can cool it, you can heat it, 'cause baby, I don't need it. Take your TV tube and eat it, and all that phony stuff on sports, and all the unconfirmed reports. You know, I watched that rotten box until my head began to hurt, from checking out the way the newsmen say they get the dirt, before the guys on channel so-and-so. Further, they assert that any show they'll interrupt to bring you news when it comes up. They say that if the place blows up, they will be the first to tell. And because the guys downtown are working hard and doing swell. And if anybody gets the news before it hits the street, they say that no one blabs it faster. Their coverage can't be beat. And if another woman driver gets machine gunned from a seat, they'll say it's some joker with a Browning, and you'll see it all complete. So I'm watching and I'm waiting, hoping for the best. You could think I'm going crazy every time I hear them saying that there's no way to delay that trouble coming every day. No way to delay that trouble coming every day. Well, we got to sit around at home and watch this thing begin. I bet there won't be many here to see it really end, 'cause the fire in the street ain't like the fire in my heart. And in the eyes of all these people, don't you know that this could start on any street in any town? In any state, if any clown decides that now's the time to fight for some ideal he thinks is right, and if a million more agree, there ain't no great society. As it applies to you and me, our country isn't free, and the law refused to see if all that you can ever be is just a lousy janitor, unless your uncle owns a store. You know that 5 in every 4 just motor mouth and nothing more to watch the rats go across the floor and make up songs about being poor. Play your harmonica, son.
Woo! That was pretty good, Neil, there. Well, everyone, that's Neil Wampler. So give a good shout out to him there. That was awesome. So Neil started his torture chamber challenge here. And again, we're down here camped out in front of the Nevada Southern Detention Center. And the day is day 7 down here. We've been camped out around the clock, and we haven't left down here since we've got here. So we've got a good group of people. We've got some newcomers today and last night. And we've even got a big truck down here. We'll take you down here and show you the new truck that we haven't showed you yet. We even got another famous guy here, Jeff Anta. Thanks for coming, brother. So here's our sign all fixed up this morning. 1776 Mesquite Avenue, and we do accept mail down here. There's Neil Wampler's car. He's inside right now, inside the jail cell. That's his rig. He drives back and forth from California as he comes over here. Here's one of the locals brought this truck down here last night, just before we all turned in, and parked it right here, just by the camp. Freedom's last chance. Stop prison abuse. This is one of the locals right here in Pahrump, Nevada. And he brought us that big truck down here, and he gave us the keys and said, keep it as long as we need it. Put more signs on it, whatever we need. So here's some more of the cars and signs, and Free Joe Robertson, the dumpster they delivered. Joe's Sanitation brought all this out. So we've got more people coming in, more locals that we talked to the day in a meeting. That's what I was going to get with you. So we was invited to a men's breakfast, a meeting that they have weekly here in Pahrump. And we was invited, and several of us went over. Neil and myself spoke at this meeting and talking about this prison. Every single one of the people in this meeting was every single person in this meeting here was all for what we were doing out here. They were very supportive. We've even asked them, do they support us out here? Do they want us to go home? Or do they support our efforts out here? And they said they totally supported our efforts. They would be out here. Some of them knew we were here, and some of them had not even heard we were here. So we educated a few more people. But all of these people in there had already been fighting and wanting this they wanted this prison gone. They didn't even want it here in the first place. Got a lot of truck traffic out here this morning. But give me a second, I'm gonna read a message here. But so we had more people that were definitely for what we're doing and totally supporting us. So in the coming days out here, we have a lot of different people coming out here. Again, like I said, we have a 40-foot lift going to be delivered out here sometime in the near future, in the next couple of days or so. We have some cowboys coming, some horses coming, and we definitely encourage you to get out here and join us out here and help us in any way you can and keep this cause going. For anybody who is out here and that they for anybody who just got online here and just is watching, the total that we raised so far as of last night was $17,900. Our goal for the end of the day is to hit $20,000 or more, and the Oregon boys say that they will go home after they reach that $20,000. So that's our goal, is $20,000. So we don't have a whole lot more to raise to hit that spot, but that's what we're after right there. The address actually out here where we're at is 2300 Mesquite, but we have given a new address for Camp Liberty, which is 1776 Mesquite Avenue. That's the address we gave camp here this morning.
You can't have a hookup with them media chicks though, because they got a career where they make them travel a lot.
I was framed.
You was framed. Gets kind of lonely in there, doesn't it? Even with people around, you're kind of stuck in a box, and there's not much you can do. Handcuffed behind your back.
What was the name of the guy from Pahrump Times?
That guy that just came?
Yeah. Because I recorded it.
Selwyn Harris.
What?
Selwyn Harris.
Don't expect too big of an article in the paper from that man.
We'll get maybe Neil again after a while when we come back online to do another rhyme like that, or poem. That was pretty good. Everybody liked that, Neil.
I tell you, Neil's already done his time. I don't like him in there.
I know, I don't either.
I don't like him in there, and that's why I'm a little bit relieved that Lisa's not getting in there.
Yes.
I don't like that idea at all.
No.
You guys already did your time, and you've already done. You've already given, and you know. It's hard to watch you in there again.
Well, thank you, BJ. But this whole thing to me is an affair of honor. It truly is.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not even an obligation to do it. It is my honor to do it.
You're an awesome
So
man.
I demand that opportunity.
I demand my honor.
Yeah, I demand that opportunity.
He's a free man. He can do what he wants.
What's the zip code on that card?
89048.
89048 is a zip code here. And we can actually try it. You can mail things to Camp Liberty, 1776 Mesquite Avenue. And that zip code again is 89048. The mailman just went by. We'll take a chance and
Did you hear that, Patriot mail ladies? Please do.
Send us some mail out here.
Mail out here. That's right.
The mail lady actually is in there right now.
Oh, yes.
She's going to be coming out.
The mail lady's in there. So let's see if we can get some mail coming out here and see if they actually deliver mail to us. Mail it to Camp Liberty, to the supporters out at Camp Liberty at 1776 Mesquite Avenue. And that zip code again is 89048. And UPS comes by here every day, the FedEx comes by here, and the mailman just went in there, so they know where we're at. They can't miss us. That zip code again is 89048 out of Pahrump, Nevada. So to do that again is Camp Liberty, 1776 Mesquite Avenue, Pahrump, Nevada, zip code 89048. That's right there. So we will try to get some mail coming in here. Well, everyone, we're going to sign off for now, and we have a lot of food coming today. We have supper being cooked to us by the Bundys at 4:30. Anybody who's in the area, please come out here. We have supper at 4:30 that's being delivered to us, and so we're good for food today. Someone did send pizza the other day, but we don't need any pizza today for sure, because we have a ton of Bundy beef coming, and they're going to feed everyone out here. So anyone that's in the neighborhood, please come out here and join us and take the torture chamber challenge. Thanks again, everyone. We'll come back in an hour or so and check on Neil Wampler and see how he's doing. And in the meantime, keep supporting in any way you can and keep praying for us. God bless.